It's the NFL on EA Sports, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Broncos and the G-Men coming up next.
We welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Denver Broncos. Brandon Gardner alongside my broadcast partner Charles Davis. And CD, our quarterbacks taking center stage here for each of their respective offenses. Teddy Bridgewater of the Broncos, Daniel Jones of the Giants.
We do indeed, and something I'm going to be watching for. Who can get off to a fast start? If you can go out, get points on the first drive, preferably a touchdown, you can really set the tone for the game. And I think that both of these quarterbacks are more than capable of doing just that.
Time Panther Graham Gano has us set for a start as we are underway from MetLife Stadium. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. The Denver offense ready to take over for the first time. Get a look at their 8th-year quarterback. His first season as a Bronco, though, Teddy Bridgewater.
A Pro Bowl quarterback early in his career in Minnesota before a horrific knee injury slowed down his progress. He's a more than capable quarterback and makes the most of his opportunities when he's a starter in the NFL.
First down, Bridgewater. He's got his 6'5" receiver, that's Tim Patrick. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Escaping the pressure right. And right away, he lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Giants touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. So not only the cough up, but But then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. To return it, here's Deontay Spencer. And he returns this to the 22. As the Denver Broncos make their way back out here, CD, remember that they have not made the playoffs since winning the Super Bowl. That was when Peyton Manning was quarterback, and they've had 9 different starting quarterbacks since 2016, most in the NFL. Now, they're hoping that Teddy Bridgewater can come in and really get things back in the right direction.
And he has the trust of his head coach, Vic Fangio, and the staff and the rest of the team. And Teddy has a big chip on his shoulder because he played halfway decently for Carolina in 2020, and they didn't want him anymore because they said he couldn't close games. So I think he'll be determined to get that done. And Vic Fangio, as a head coach, he leans on his defense. That's his background. And how about the corners he has now? Acquiring Kyle Fuller and drafting Patrick Surtain Jr. I think that's a big-time move for them, and I think they will be improved in 2021.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Here's Bridgewater. This is Hamler on the receiving end. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. Throwing, Bridgewater. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Jabril Peppers is deep for the Giants. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants ready to go to work on offense, and leading them out, their 3rd-year quarterback from Duke, Daniel Jones.
I still remember when he was drafted, there was a little bit of controversy about how high he was selected by the New York Giants, but his talents were revealed. He can make every throw in the book. Surprisingly good athlete. As long as he takes care of the football, doesn't turn it over, he can really make plays.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard. 3rd down here.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Jones. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Denver has Deontay Spencer deep to return. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. That's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Well, you hate that defensively. They had him pretty well corralled, but the face mask, that obviously changes things.
Yeah, it's a bit frustrating because you feel like you did everything right. You had him stop, but the hand gets up just a little too high, and the natural inclination is to hold on, and that's going to get called every time.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now it's a bootleg with Bridgewater. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
On 2nd down, Gordon once more. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Two minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Let's go! Let's go!
Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. To throw is Bridgewater. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 7 yards there on the 1st down screen play. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And I think really good defenders can sniff out those screen passes, just something that they can feel, something that they can sense about how the quarterback drops back or how the linemen are just a little slow to block the oncoming rushers. He read it perfectly, got in there, and made the play.
Flushed, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Teddy Bridgewater, a 6-yard touchdown run, and the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. So a quarterback scramble, certainly a pass play, but he saw something, tucked it, and got in the end zone.
A lot of quarterbacks, when they scramble, they're scrambling to create more time to throw the ball downfield. In this situation, as you noted, he tucked it and took off. Great play by him.
McManus's point after is good, and we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. The drive summary that time, 5 plays, and it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Returning it, John Ross. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Throwing, Jones. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Now that certainly solidifies how to attack this 2-minute drill right before the half. I don't think they were going to try and run out the clock, but now after that big play, their thoughts are certainly of trying to score and get some points before the half.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones to Shepard, complete over the middle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. They'll look to throw again. Out to the right here to Shepard. And down inside the 15 he goes. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
And despite missing 4 games in 2020, Sterling Shepard tied his career high with 66 catches, and that led all Giant receivers, and he makes a nice catch there.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Open man right side is Ingram. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target. And that
touchdown, Giants! Daniel Jones able to connect with Sterling Shepard, and the Giants have taken the lead. So that really an almost perfect drive as they chew up some clock and wind up scoring late in this 1st half.
And remember, they've got a chance to double dip here because they're going to get the ball first to start the 3rd quarter. So they potentially could go up 2 scores before the other guys get a chance to do anything.
Gano now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. On the return is Spencer. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Final play of the half, Bridgewater. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. So we've reached halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the Giants out in front. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. We saw a strong first half from the former Duke man, Daniel Jones. First order of business, though. Let's get a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for Denver. And I can imagine the halftime discussions are about how can we improve the running game. They have not had success so far, and it's reflected on the scoreboard. Meanwhile, for the Giants, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. This taken in at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Giants about set to go to begin this third quarter. Couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
And we always say, and I absolutely believe it, Evan Ingram is a wide receiver in a tight end's frame. 63 catches last year, en route to his first Pro Bowl nomination.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 29-yard line. He got 29 yards that time.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. He was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory as they're down to the 29-yard line. Operating from the gun, Jones. Going right side, he finds Slayton. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
Yeah, he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. 2nd down now. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jones. That is caught inside the 5. And the Giants are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Looking to throw. Jones. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Well, that's not how you hope to draw it up there on 1st and goal, CD, by taking a sack like that.
Well, they tried to be aggressive, didn't they? They didn't want to try and work their way past the goal line. They wanted it right there on that play. Unfortunately, it backfired against them. Now they have to try and pick it up here moving forward.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Gano for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it ends with a Saquon Barkley touchdown run. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. They will start at the 25 as Spencer elects not to return this. So now Bridgewater and the Broncos down by 2 touchdowns, just under 2 minutes to go. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. Bridgewater on first down. Able to find Judy, and he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards on the play. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Bridgewater. Right back to Judy, and it's complete. 7 yards the pickup there. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
From the 45 on second down, Bridgewater. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 21. That one goes for 24 yards.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
And that's checked down to Gordon. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a second and long. Clock rolling here, about to hit 30 seconds. Looking to throw again on second down. Bridgewater. That's out to the flat for Gordon. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and just like that, it's third down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll throw again. Bridgewater. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. One last shot now for Bridgewater. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.